A new twist has entered the rising US-Iran crisis, and this time, China is right in the middle of it. Hi, this is Navya Bal, and you are watching TimesXP. Reports now say that Chinese research ship was spotted near a powerful US warship in the Arabian Sea. This ship is believed to be the Dayang Yahao. Officially, it is called as the research vessel, but many experts say that it collects the military data. The US warship nearby was the USS Abraham Lincoln, one of America's biggest aircraft carriers. This happened as the United States increased its military presence in the region, and Washington says that this move is linked to the rising pressure on Iran and fears of a wider conflict in the Middle East. While tracking data from the sea suggests that Chinese ships were moving closely to the US airstrike groups. Well, this exact distance is not clear, but even being nearby is enough to raise serious concerns. Why would a Chinese ship be watching US carriers at such a tense moment? Well, the question is shaking the geopolitics. At the same time, something else happened behind the closed doors. President Donald Trump picked up a phone call, spoke directly to Chinese President Xi Jinping. Let me tell you, the call focused heavily on Iran and the growing tensions in the region. This message from Washington was clear. The United States wanted China to step back from Iran. Yes, US officials say that pushing Beijing to the distance itself from Iran and itself with the allies builds pressure. Not directly, but maybe indirectly. And this has led to a sharp speculation. Is China quietly changing its position to Iran? Some believe that Beijing is playing a careful game by talking to Washington while a Chinese ship actually watches US military move, and China may be trying to keep control over the situation from both the sides. While others see it differently. They believe that China's ship near the US carrier was just a message of its own. A way to say that China is watching too and will not be left out in the major decisions. While during the Trump-Xi Jinping call, leaders also discussed other sensitive topics. Well, these included trade, tensions, Taiwan, and even possible arms control talks. This shows how deeply connected everything has become. What happens with Iran now affects China. What China does affects the United States, and any small move at the sea can send big signals to the land. Meanwhile, US-Iran tensions continue to rise, talks are struggling, and military forces are active. Warnings are getting stronger, and President Trump has repeated that all options remain open. China has not openly taken any sides, but its action, well, it is watching closely. And right now, not one thing is firing shots, but ships are moving, phones are ringing, and the messages are being sent without words. With that comes a big question. Is China helping calm the storm, or it is quietly preparing for what comes next?